Breaking news. You've been given the date the US dollar is going to collapse on the 1st of January 2024. So this is breaking news, and you have just been given the date, or they have just given you the date. And you can find videos of them announcing this. So this was an official announcement from the BRICS Summit from 2023 conference, where they were talking about expansion. And they have announced that there are going to be, from the 1st of January 2024, there's going to be new members that are joining. These members are Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia are officially joining. They've announced this. They are officially joining the BRICS Consortium of Nations on the 1st of January 2024. Coming up. Why is this the end of the US dollar? Well, if you look at the last two nations in that list up there, that's the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. So you're talking about all of the oil. These Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest producers of oil globally. And I think it was Ronald Reagan did a deal for military protection where Saudi agreed that they were only going to sell oil in what's called petrodollars. And what that did was to cement the US dollar as the world's reserve currencies, because effectively it was backed by oil by default. Other than that, the US dollar is only backed by debt. What this means is, as of the 1st of January 2024, Saudi Arabia will not be selling oil in petrodollars, and any other country that produces oil within the BRICS sort of conglomerate will not be selling oil in petrodollars. And what that means is, folks, that the only commodity that by de facto underpinned the US dollar is disappearing. The agenda of the BRICS sort of consortium of countries and coming together is de-dollarization. And what this means is that they're looking to take the world away from the US dollar as the global world's reserve currency. These countries added together, these new members that are joining on the 1st of January added together, you're talking another 300 million plus people added into this, and another over 400 billion in GDP added into this ever increasing bloc. There are more and more countries that are applying to join this. Now, like I say, the only thing underpinning the US dollar is built on debt, and it's the only thing underpinning it really was its status as the world reserve currency. It was used to trade oil and things like this. The fact that Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are officially joining, that's been announced now, folks, officially joining on the 1st of January 2024, that is the date that they've given you. That's the date that the US dollar, as the world's reserve currency, dies, because then there's nothing else backing it up. In order to be a member of BRICS, they're not going to be allowed, conditions of their membership is they're not going to be allowed to be able to sell oil in petrodollars, which marks the sort of shift in this sort of world power, and a big shift from west to east. So you've been given enough warning, folks. The 1st of January 2024 is your date. They've just announced it to you. I think it was today. It's just breaking. Again, if not financial advice, do your own research. But again, the US dollar, the date has been announced. Keep that in your diaries. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakudash. His brother. That's it. It's where any cause. Salakia. This is where any cause God in Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. His brother Anatham Yah coming with a quick lesson. As you've seen in this clip, talking about the US dollar collapsing, BRICS. I'm gonna get into that a little bit. But first, I want to give double honors to the elders, Apostle Great Millstone, rule well and teach well, raising up tabernacles of David, seeking the elect in these last days. Follow on to the few Akhwaf that watch and believe in our faith and testimony. Shalom to the few and the sincere brothers. Salakia. Pushing this word and truth and sincerity across four corners of the earth. Had to put my phone on charger. But yeah, man, serious things about to happen January 24, man. Big things, man. It's gonna be a rough start of the year, man. What it's looking like, man. You see that BRICS is inviting, I think, 4 or 5 more countries. Argentina, UAE, which is United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia. Who are the other people? Hold on, let me turn this off right quick so my phone won't keep screen. Okay. Let me just go to the video. Let me see, where was it? Yeah, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia have been invited to join the club of emerging nations, strengthening its role as a geopolitical alternative to Western-led forums. And we all know what that means, man. If you don't, they're basically trying to find an alternative to get rid of using Esau's primary source of the petrodollar, man. This fiat currency. And this dollar is about to collapse, which it already has collapsed. But the more, we haven't been affected by it yet, the economy wise. Things are kind of at a standstill, but you see things slowly but surely. Goods are still rising slowly. Inflation is still minuscule. It's not at an all-time high, but it's higher than it has been in the past couple years. You have the housing market went up. Interest rates are going up through the roof. But people don't understand. And a brother sent this to the chat, man. First country that I noticed was Saudi Arabia, and he mentioned it in the video. Why is that a big deal? Why? Because that is a oil typhoon, man. And one of the largest oil producing countries out here, man, globally. And a lot of people don't understand what that actually means for America. Okay, so if you do some research, America doesn't use their own resources, man. America buys goods from other countries, resources like oil, wheat, wheat and barley for food, stuff that we need to make certain electronics, that come from China, Japan, things that make these new cars with all this technology comes from other countries. Everyday use things that we use, as far as your cell phone charger, food too, mostly food, man. Mostly the goods of food and everything that your daily source of commerce, man. The commodity, the necessities that America needs to run, man, your everyday things, man. But mainly your resources, which is, food, oil, gas, water, and just, basically, the resources that we survive off of, man. Stuff that keeps the lights on, man. Type of, products that'll keep, power grids up. All this will play a part of basically them stopping the use of the petrodollar from these countries and switching to a new currency will cripple even more the US dollar, man. And what does that mean? That means America has to turn to using their own resources, because if you realize, America really doesn't use their own resources. Why? Because they want to keep all their resources, all their wheat, all their oil, gas, water, all their necessities for what? For the rich, the government, and what else? Their military, man. How do you think Esau has 1,000 damn bases all around the world, man, all around the globe, man, all around the world, man? All those resources are packed into these military bases. He has over 437 underground bunkers in America. You know, where you think all the resources that Babylon has is stored, man, in these bunkers, man. You know, so once they cut off your main resource, the main petrodollar resource, the big money resource, which is that oil, which is from Saudi Arabia, you know, and UAE, that's gonna cause a downfall spiral quick, man. You know, and that's gonna cause hyperinflation, you know, supply and demand, because it's gonna look like, oh, the supply is low. Why? Because they're not gonna give America's not gonna give their own resources to the people, man. They're gonna the elite are gonna keep it for themselves, man. You know, in the military, man. Why? Because they know they're gonna have to go to war soon, man. You know, so with that quote unquote supply being low, because we're basically gonna be buying. Everybody's gonna be buying up the rest of the supplies that they have off of what America already bought, man. You know, so think about that. So that means that the prices are gonna increase. Gas gonna go up. You know, stuff that certain machines run on oil or gas or a different type of natural resources to make certain foods, certain everyday necessities, medicines, whatever. You know, all this is gonna play a part of crippling the economy, man. You know, and hyperinflation is then they're gonna be forced to print a bunch of money, because they're gonna try to hold this facade that America's gonna shake back, when it's not after this happens, man. The more and more BRICS grow stronger, the more and more Babylon falls, man. This economy will not shake back after this, man. You know, the damn dollar, they're gonna try to print as much dollars as they can and cause hyperinflation, and try to spread this money out. But if you look up the definition of hyperinflation, the more money that's printed, that's being spread out, if it's not being printed to come back to a positive gain of economic growth for the economy, then it's not helping at all, man. You know, so once all this shit is bought up, man, it's gonna be straight chaos out here, which is gonna lead to sedition, riots, you know, people running in the stores and ravishing, you know, stealing, because they're gonna realize that this dollar is worthless now. You know, they're gonna realize this dollar that we have is worthless. Why? Because the dollar is, what he said in the video, is backed by debt. It's not backed by anything. It's backed by debt. You know, whereas you got the BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and now these other countries are going to join. But those are the main 5 countries that formed it. It's backed by gold, and if you look up gold is up to about 2,600 an ounce now. You know, that's an all-time high in the past, probably 60, 70 years, maybe even more than that, man. You know, but you have but the petrodollar, the fiat currency, was backed by a resource, oil, because everybody needs oil. But you had these treaties and these pacts that if you wanted to buy from the oil typhoon, which was, you know, Saudi Arabia, it had to be by the petrodollar. Now these other countries are not using this petrodollar and moving over to a different currency that is backed by gold. It's actually worth something. More and more countries are taking heed, man. You know, so the elites right now they're going to be in a shit show, man. You know, see, they've heaped up all these treasures, all this money for all these years, robbing and raping the people out of their money for a living. You know, taking all these taxes, you know, overcharging jakes. You know, other countries don't live like us, man. Other countries' rent is not $1,400 a month, $2,300 a month for 3-bed houses, 4-bed houses. You know, other countries don't live like that, man. You know, water isn't even natural pure water isn't even as high as it is over here as it is in other countries, man. I seen a video of a Zion, man, that moved to, I think, New Zealand. She walked in the store, one of the fresh markets, man. She got I think a 24 pack of water for like 79 cents. You know? So now's the time that, hey man, the Lord is doing things, man. The Lord is causing prophecy, man. The prophecies are hastening, man. You know, this Babylon is falling, man. Babylon is falling. You know, and everybody that thought, oh, the dollar couldn't collapse. We got too much money, man. Y'all some damn fools to think this place is still gonna stand, man. You see all these other countries teaming up, man. What more do you need to see, man? What more do you need to see? You know? Let me see, let me go to James 5. This one, it says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." You see, this is part of their miseries, man. They're watching they're watching America fall, and all these other countries team up to come against them, man. You know, this damn devil just don't care though. He's still gonna try to roll out his agenda, and he's still gonna show his horns the best way possible in these last days, man. So your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is canker, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. That's right, man. It's time for Esau. It's time for Esau to be taken out of the way, man. He's abused his power. He's abused his seat. The Lord gave him a time to rule, and now his time to be, you know, on the other end of the stick is near, man. You know, it's near. I had a precept in Proverbs. It was like, let me see. Yeah, matter of fact, it was right here. This is Proverbs 27:24. It says, "For riches are not forever, and doth the crown endure to every generation?" Meaning everything, it's temporary. This money is temporary, man. And then it says, "Doth the crown endure for every generation?" Man. Your time to rule is for a period of time, man. His time to rule is but for a period of time, man. And that time is almost up. His time is up. It's time for Esau to be taken out of the way, out of the hot seat, and to be put down, man. You know? And he's going to be put down in chains, thus saith the Lord, man. You see? His generations will not live on, man. His generations will not live on with fatness of the earth, man. None of that. This is a beautiful sight to see, man. You know, this is a joyful sight to see our enemies falling before our eyes, as we read in the scriptures, man. That it was going to happen, man. It's prophecy, man. You know? Like I said, you look up that hyperinflation. What happened when hyperinflation occurs? You see, like I was saying, hyperinflation is caused by a rapid increase in a country's money supply. Typically, when a government creates more and more money, as more money becomes available, the value of each individual unit of currency drops and prices rise. Right? So they're gonna put on that facade, man, and they're gonna put on that facade like they can shake back, but it's really they're just gonna print more and more money, and the currency is gonna just keep dropping. It's gonna keep dropping, man, until it's meaningless, man. But see, what are they gonna have to do then, man? Because once America, the average American knows and realizes that the dollar is completely done, and then they roll over to this CBDC, this digital currency that's gonna usher in the micro CHIP, the RFID. People are gonna give into that. When that hour in temptation comes, man, people are gonna give into that and fall for the game, man. They're gonna fall in damnation, taking the mark of the beast, man. But like I said, it's gonna be wild out here, man. 2024 is gonna be wild out here. We got war going on. The dollar's gonna collapse. Then you got the presidency coming up, the election coming up next year. Trump is running for president. It's gonna be some civil unrest coming, man. Some sedition. You got China spying on us on American soil. So like,
Pump it up. Don't crank it or nothing.
nah, I ain't cranking.
Put the brakes up till they get hard all the way to the pulling back up. It should be about hard.
Yeah, hard. Salaki, I'm getting my brakes fixed. Y'all, man, I just was in the car sitting while they doing my brakes, and decided, do the video, man. But dang, what was I saying? But yeah, man, sedition is coming. Civil unrest. See, they came out with a movie trailer that's supposed to come out in April called Civil War, man. Why? Because they know this dollar is gonna collapse this year, man. And by the time tax time is over, everybody get their money and spend their money and spend all their tax dollars that they get back. If we get anything back, because we don't know what's gonna happen. Man, shit is gonna go bananas, man. 2024 look like it's gonna be the year of chaos, year of war. All types of things happening, man. And spiritually, I feel like the MOTB will be ushered in and mandated next year, man. Because when the dollar collapses, we know we gotta head into what? We gotta head into the digital currency, the new currency. They're gonna try to make that digital currency, that CBDC, to counter BRICS. But what is the CBDC gonna be backed by? Haven't heard nothing about that yet. What is that gonna be backed by? Exactly. And I haven't really thought of that, yet. But what is that gonna be backed by? It can't be backed by gold. That's just some food for thought, man. These riches are not forever, man. Like it says in Proverbs, man. And Esau is about to get a taste of that, man. And hopefully this is edifying, man. I would keep going, but I think they about finished with my car. Hopefully this is edifying. Until next time, Shalom.